Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lees and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my September favorites video. I can't believe September has come and gone already, like it's basically over. And I know that this video is being posted before September is over, but at this point, y'all, it's only one more week. Like, what's really finna change? Nothing, not much, not in the general collection at least. So without further ado, would love to talk to y'all about the plants that I have been loving, non-Hoyas, the plants that I have been loving this here month. I am going to start off with one that I knew it was putting out a new leaf, and because of how it grew, I did not see what the new leaf was really given. It's my Philodendron Gloriosum. Let me go get her. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my Philodendron Gloriosum. And this leaf right here, this is the new leaf, is the reason that your girl, let me get her to focus. Come on. Like, wow, that's very nice. Yeah, wow. So I used to have a different Philodendron Gloriosum. I got both of them from Gabriella Plants. My first one was small. She was small. The leaves were always this size right here. I don't know. I went to repot it one day to put it into oh my God. Almost knocked off the T10. But anywho, when I first got the other Gloriosum, I was gonna repot it into this very pot. I discovered root mealies. What? Now I have since treated all my plants. I have repotted a good amount of them, and I checked them. I be checking them. They all got clear pots for the most part. Most of my plants are in clear pots. I don't even know, because none of the plants nearby that I treat, none of them had it, but that one did. So I got rid of it because I said, fight, why? I'm not fighting. So I let that go. But I knew that I could let that go because I knew this one was on the way. And she's beautiful. Like, hello? This new leaf, this is what I've been looking for in the Gloriosums, is this right here. And bigger. I know it can get bigger and better, but look at that. And then the veining, oh Jesus, this is nice. This is real nice. I didn't think that this leaf was gonna be this big, because when it came, the leaf it came with, I had to chop it off. As a matter of fact, let me show you. I had to chop it off. It was something was wrong. Like, it was like mangled, probably from the shipping, to be honest. I took it off, and immediately the caterpillar or the next growth point just started swelling up. And then before I knew it, it was pushing out a new leaf. And now here we are. What I have been doing is watering it. Have I been leaving the water in the bottom? No, I think I've been pouring it out. I've been pouring out the water from the bottom. I'm just covering up my whole face with this plant. It's just, wow. Like, that's just so nice. That is so lovely. And what I really like about this one too is that it's giving me this nice leaf, right? But it doesn't need a lot of love and care and affection. I know the girls be talking about the spider mites and to stay safe on the spider mites and such. So what I do is I spray my plants every couple weeks. And she has been doing great because of it. But just seeing her, like right here where I'm sitting, I could look right here and I'm seeing her. I see her pushing out from the shelf, just doing a little something for the girls. Looking very, very nice. So yeah, I just really like this one. I like the light green nature of the new leaf and how it's gonna eventually turn into one of these. But it's so very, very nice. So very, very nice. Like, hello? Look at the little ears. Stop it. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay. This second one, I'm sticking on the Philodendron train. This is wet. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is my Melanochrysum. Now, y'all be calling it Melanochrysum, and I think that is very funny, but also relatable. So let me explain something about this plant. This plant was the easiest one for me to attach to the pole. Leaves looking good. It was putting out a new leaf over here. It rotted away. The new leaf that it was putting out, it rotted away. But then it gave me this one directly after. And it's attaching to the pole up here, which, you know, I can appreciate it doing that. I appreciate everything it's trying to do. I'm saying that this is my favorite because for this month because she's resilient. She's really doing something. And like the leaf before, this is the most recent leaf. This is the only one that grew in my house. This one grew in my house. Very nice. There was one in the middle that should be, you know, adding to the, you know what I'm saying, the vibe. But it's not here. But, you know, this coming out directly after the last rotted one and coming out before I had time to push it into and against the moss pole was crazy. But she's attaching. She's attaching. I'm learning something. I will also say I'm learning. I feel like this one might need more water than I have been giving it in the past. Also, pest prone. These ones here, these here ones, yeah. I don't really mind spider mites like that. I just want y'all to chill. Like, I don't mind a little spider mite because my summer glory, she used to always have them, and I just rinse them off and it was fine. I don't mind the spider mite, but I'm just actually appalled that they actually are showing up on the plant. And you have to be careful with the new leaves and make sure that you rinse them off. But the new leaf is so nice. Like, the color of it coming out is very, very nice. It's so, so pretty. And what I appreciate is it also does get bigger because this leaf, it did change color. I didn't know that these like expand a little bit. They're not like Anthurium, so they're not gonna go from this size. It's not gonna double in size, but it might get like a touch. It might get a little bit bigger. It's not gonna double, triple, quadruple, you know? Anthurium be going from right here to larger than my head. I don't know how, but they be going from this to something magnificent. But with that being said, I do think that when it eventually switches to growing from, what they call it, growing from caterpillar, everything will be fine. I do know that I wanna just make sure that the leaf maintains, you know, like I think I might need to like Velcro this part right here when it gets a little bit bigger, because I can tell that that's the node right, like in this little section, that's where the roots are gonna come out from. And I just need to make sure that, yeah, I need to make sure that it's attaching, because that will allow it to continue to size up. It's also rooting into the pole nicely. My problem with the pole care, matter of fact, I am gonna make a video soon about, you know, my experience with the poles. I struggle. I'm a once a week girl, so I'm really thinking that I might need to amend my poles with stuff that has like water retentive properties, you know? So like I might need to have like sphagnum moss but mixed with other stuff. So maybe like sphagnum moss, and I mean, I don't want to do tree fern, that's mad expensive, but like something that holds a bit more moisture. So like even if a sphagnum moss incorporated with like my regular potting mix that has less perlite and more like dense materials, I might do something like that to keep it wet throughout the week, you know? Because I just can't, like, I can't be watering it multiple times. I know y'all going around with the water bottles, but I don't have, every day can't be plant day, you know? And that feels plant day-y. Because I do take these poles and wash them I spray them down, which is also why I don't mind the spider mites being on this one per se, because I also don't see any right now. I did just wash it off, but I didn't see any before I took it down to wash it off. But what I'll say is, like, I don't mind them being on this one per se or any of my pole plants because they get sprayed once a week. It's unlikely that the spider mites will take the plant down to the ground like that, because I'm spraying them down every week. Even like, I think in general, pests on the poles in general, it's not gonna take them down like that because they're getting rinsed off every single week, like a solid wash, which is why the pole looks so dark. Now, this is a very optimistic pole. Well, not very, but it's optimistic enough for me. But I like that I can see that she's making progression because she actually, when I got her, I literally attached her down here, right where this new leaf was coming out at. So I'm excited to see that there's a whole node coming out from right there and something attaching. It's very lovely. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Y'all probably thought I was gonna go Anthurium. Nah, I'm going Begonia. This next one is my Begonia Iron Cross. Yes, when y'all saw her, she only had leaves that look like this one right here. This one looked like it's ready to leave, but it's holding on and it's doing something for girls. Hear me out though. I watered her, started taking care of her at the top of this month, right? Because I did my Begonia video in August, I think. I filmed it in August at least. And I got this leaf, a leaf over here. it's 1, 2, 3 more leaves coming out. Just off the simple fact of watering her and caring for her, she said, oh, let me reward you. And I cut off a bunch of leaves, and these leaves down here that's gray, they gonna go. But look at that, she's filled out. You could see inside that she got other leaves on the way. Look, it's one in there. Oh, it's another one over there. Oh, and it's one pushing out from the bottom. Let me turn it to the back so you can see more leaves. All I've been doing is watering her, and she's rewarding me greatly, actually. And I just love it. Like, I think I mentioned, I just like the begonias that have the growth pattern of dun 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 bouquet kind of vibe. I love that. I really do. I would truly walk down the aisle with a bouquet of like fresh, these ones right here. This is nice right here. This, I like that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I can see it. So I have no notes. I did not have to do anything spectacular. All I did was start watering it once a week. I just put it on my shelf with the rest of my begonias. It's not even a shelf, it's like a stand. Put it on the stand so it's right near all my begonias, and those all get watered once a week. Like, quite literally, I just pick them pots up and water them once a week. And yeah, I mean, obviously I look, there are some times where maybe a pot might look not ready yet, but for the most part, once a week. And I love it. Like, that's really nice. Look how, and then because the ones that are healthy, you can see, I just want y'all to see. Look how nice and vibrant the healthy ones have become. They're looking fantastic. You could see the difference between this one here that was kind of mistreated, but look at the rest of these. That's nice. Like, when they all harden off into this right here, woohoo, that's nice. Real nice. Yeah. But I would recommend one of these, because honestly, this plant is nice, it's unique, it's cool, and it's actually not hard to take care of and can take a beating. I know this because I quite literally was watering it every other week, just when I remembered. As per my begonia video, I was watering it when I remembered. And since watering it frequently and consistently for just a few weeks, she has rewarded me significantly. The leaves are just growing out of control. I love to see it. All right, so this one, I owe her an apology. She still does have a growth pattern that's a little bit WTF, right? But she's working on her. I made a complaint and she said, oh, let me fill out at the bottom. Just sprouted this little one here. This is my Begonia Angularis aft that I got from Gabriella Plants. And she sprouted this little piece right here, little side offshoot started coming up. So imagine when she fills out, she's gonna keep getting taller and having some leaves at the bottom. And then, of course, she decided that all her leaves over here, the ones that I was really like, wow, they gotta, I'm gonna put some more out for you. I'm gonna keep it going. I want you to be excited. I'm gonna make you happy. I wanna make you proud. The leaves themselves, fantastic. And because of the home I found I got to put her in, I'm not seeing all this barren stem. And then up here, why is this the most recently? Like, I didn't even know it was gonna take it to this size. Like, it's getting large, I didn't know it was gonna get as big, and it's already pushing out another one behind it. And I'm just like, wow, like, what's happening here? What's happening here? And I'm even considering, like, I'm still considering potentially chopping specifically this stalk, because if you look at this one on its own, that do look good. I'm considering chopping it, but she's doing all right. Like, I'm thinking about maybe just chopping it and putting it into some soil and seeing how she do. I'm thinking about it, but in general, because this side right here will be the side I see on my shelf, and then this side right here is like peeking out above. Oh my God, y'all, look at this leaf. Oh Jesus, that's nice. That's so nice. That's so nice to me. I just can't even take it. And the fact that this one is still new, so she's still gonna darken and then turn into, one of her sisters where they nice and dark with the red back. She's still got a light skin back. Like, oh my God. Like, this is very nice. This is very nice. I think it's my favorite because it's been putting out new leaves, and this leaf is very big. Like, wow, we like the size of this leaf. Look at that. I like to bring it close to me so people could see what it's really giving. That's very nice, okay? Yeah. I couldn't sleep on her for much longer. I couldn't. I've been enjoying this. Like, this is nice. And if you get you one and you just, you know, propagate it so it starts growing with the pattern or the, you know what I'm saying, that you like, you'll be fine. Because I do think that if I just chop this one up, you know, and put the bottom right here into, you know, some soil, even from right here, and just let it start with these and let it keep going, I do think I could have something really nice. I'm just afraid, but for now it works because this part is growing like behind another part and then it erupts out the top of my shelf. It's everything I could hope for. I mean, she's fairly cute and I just had to bring her into the favorites because I realized I did her filthy. I put her dead last. She ain't deserve that. She ain't deserve that because when it came time to get rid of a begonia, I could not let her go. And this month alone, every day I'm coming up and I'm staring at her like, wow, you're nice. You're very, very nice. This and the iron cross, I'm staring them down every day. I'm touching the leaves, I'm staring them down. I'm looking like, wow. You know, wait, I could be a rapper fake because that was, whoa. Bars, light, sunlight. Okay, for my final two, these might actually be the ones that inspire me to water. Technically it's supposed to be 5 and a bonus, but we just gonna do whatever we want because why? We have free will. It's gonna be 6. It's 6 favorites. This one here is my Anthurium crystal pap. I just showed her in my last video that I literally filmed a few days ago, so I wanted to show her again. She is looking fantastic. I am so excited by this leaf. I'm also excited by the size jump as well because the leaf before, when we looking right here, the leaf before, chill on the nail polish. Leaf before was like this size, and then we jump to this size, and I feel like that's a decent jump, especially in this cup. I do think that I'm going to soon-ish, not like right now soon, but like in like 2-3 weeks, I am going to, oh my God, is it already putting out a new leaf? Bro, it's already working on a new leaf. That's fantastic. But I'm going to probably size it up once this next leaf hardens off, because I do think that I think it's gonna grow one that's just a touch bigger than this, not OD, just a touch bigger than this one. And then I wanna put it into a pot that it can really like grow into, for example. So I'm gonna do like that big jump they be talking about. I'm a little scared, but I'm gonna do the little big jump once it has established, because it is growing roots in here. I don't think, hopefully y'all can see them. Can y'all see the roots? Can you see them? That's a big one here. Yeah, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have to point them out. Okay, so there's a big root here and a big one here. There's a ton of big ones. Yeah, okay, there's a bunch of roots, I promise you. There is a bunchy of roots. And when it gives me a little bit more, because right now I'm seeing a big one, another one here, another one here, another one in there. I'm seeing quite a few. When it pushes out a little bit more, I'm going to pot it into maybe like a 4-inch pot, which that might seem like a crazy jump, but I'm gonna do a 4-inch pot. I am actually planning to buy leca so that I can have a reservoir at the bottom, because I do think that this one, the Papilux, I do think everything I have except for the Clarinervium might like a little bit more moisture. And I think having the little leca reservoir so that it can always suck up water is helpful. And then essentially like a day or two after the reservoir finishes is when I would probably refill the reservoir. So we'll see, but y'all can't tell me this is not nice. And look, it's like starting to show a little bit of like personality a little bit, you know? I think, so this is a crystal pap. I think that initially I was saying, oh, the veining is coming from the crystal, but then I looked up what paps look like, and I feel like it's like starting to give a touch of characteristic. You don't fully know, but you can kind of see like this lining here, and it not being super bright, I think comes from the papillilaminum, not from the, focus. Why is doing that? Okay. it comes from the pap, not the crystal, because my crystallinum is very thick and bright vein, but this is very thin, and then it kind of blows up a little bit in the center. I don't know, and it looks like it's also gonna have like maybe a shape of the crystal. I'm excited. And this one is doing well for just like adjusting in my house and me being a new Anthurium parent. So we'll see how she keeps going. And again, she also has a new leaf already like coming out the center. Y'all see that? Y'all see the new leaf that's trying to come out of the petiole there? I can't believe that. That's shocking. And also, yeah, I think I said these are gonna inspire me to water. This one, come on. Even from when I showed it on Wednesday, she has expanded even more. This is my microgreens, aka my Forgetii crossed with dorayaki. Look at that new leaf. She has expanded even more and taken on more characteristic. I'm so excited that she actually finally has that the like blushing from the dorayaki. So if I pull out mine, okay, no, this also inspired me to water. Damn, that's light. That pot is light. Where y'all roots at? Okay, I see it. Okay, so if you look, the dorayaki is like right here. You see? So it's supposed to have like, I'm hoping it has some of these like bright like explosions, but not as much. But then has like the darkness underneath of the Forgetii. I was kind of hoping for like the closed sinus tip. I don't think I'm gonna get that right now because it still look like microgreens. I'm not sure that I'll know, but this leaf, it doesn't look like we're gonna have a closed sinus. It would have been nice, you know, but this is very, very, very nice. I'm so excited. And the jump in leaf from the previous one to what I'm seeing here is a good jump. And I think that's also a testament to the fact that the roots are literally were probably an inch tall, and I put them into this cup with all this soil. And I've been keeping this soil moist like entirely. I'm actually going to give this a little bit of water and the crystal right after this right here. But yeah, so those are the favorites that I have for this month. And yeah, specifically, I'm gonna pick these back up right here. These two right here make me think that I could really be an Anthurium parent and it doesn't have to be so hard, you know? Considering they are growing in an Acrobar greenhouse, am I dragging it? I might be, but I don't think it's a big deal because they're little. So we'll see what their transition to the outside looks like. I did also, let me just inform y'all, I took my Crystallinum out of the greenhouse, the Acrobar greenhouse. Is that wild? Maybe. But it was starting to do like, you know, she was starting to bend her head forward. Like the light is here and she was like, ooh. She was giving, it's giving this, you know, it's giving when you're like, oh, it's bright out here. You know what I mean? Like, so I took her out. I say, you know, the greenhouse is at like 80% humidity. Is that great for them? Sure. My room humidity is floating around between 60, I don't even want to say 40. 40 is a drag. It's been around 60, 70% humidity during the day and like getting a little bit higher at night and stuff. You know, it's been all right. And because of that, I think she'll be okay. And that will also make the transition into her living in ambient long-term easier. So I took her out the cabinet. I can literally see her leaf right now. And it also looks like it's starting to straighten out because instead of the leaf being bent forward so that I can't fully see her and me having to like tilt her up, it looks like she's trying to straighten out a little bit, which is good because why are you bending over? But these right here, I'm just thrilled. I'm so excited, especially this one. This one, I didn't think I was gonna see a jump like this so quickly. I thought it was gonna keep looking like the little microgreens that it was looking like. Like if you did not tell me any different before I took this out the box before, I would have told you that somebody really sent me some herbs in a box, you know? But yeah, these two, what can I say? I'm an Anthurium mama. What can I say? Anthurium, Philodendron, Hoy. I'm doing my big one with everything. Come on. What can y'all tell me? Y'all can tell me a lot because actually it's quite the few problems in here. I mean, if you look behind me, my burrow marks that's normally bushy. Yeah, we had to chop a lot off. So it's a lot you could tell me, but at least I can show y'all what's working for me, what's doing well and doing swell. And I mean, come on, I keep showing y'all this. Why am I not just leaving? I'm gonna talk to y'all on the next one. Bye.